Beautiful people, one small. They say wahala be like wetin bicycle, you understand? So you see this man wey they call Atedo Peter side. The guy don't come out to he don't shake dey shake the small show. You understand? He exposed in details how TINUBU APC and INEC used do abracadabra use win this election. This one, not only the blind wey go know admit say this election they do a lot of magic. Because for example, when the INEC chairman open eye brown say APC win Rivers, I can't wonder how. I say our South people they do like Ozuo now. They reward competence. If they do anyhow, you go see anyhow. You understand? Only for INEC to come on for national TV announce another thing. When you go their portal, another thing we did there. You understand? Anyway, guys, I beg if not the first time we see this video, I beg like, share, and subscribe. I go play the video now for now. See after we go analyze the matter.
Without BVAT was helpful because it established the total number of voters who were accredited. So whatever you're altering, like I said, you must add and subtract that so we can see you doing the alterations. IREV was helpful because you must post for us to see this horribly altered result sheet that I'm calling Exhibit 5, which the party is disowning, saying it's not the correct result. So those things were built in and they give us transparency. And I'm happy that INEC posted this result available for the whole world to see. And everybody can go and check on that particular polling unit result and compare it to what the polling agent is saying on the right-hand side. So I'm saying that something is wrong somewhere.
Yes, well, I mean, there is the sense that a lot of people share your sentiment. But obviously, those election results are now being challenged in court. I mean, how do you rate the chances of the PDP and the Labour Party in court?
You know, I'm not a judge, but I can only talk about the evidence that I myself spent time scanning through result sheets. But you see, there's a pattern, and that's the one that's disturbing. All the examples I showed you were votes of Labour Party transferred to APC on the face of it. PDP votes left untouched. Now, it's about magnitude overall. How was this done in a huge scale all over the place? And let's be careful, this is an election with a low turnout. If the sum total of such incidences, which I have examples of and I've shown some live, if the sum total was, let's say, 1.5 million votes only, or 1.5 million votes total that were transferred from Labour to APC, go back and look at the INEC declared results. They said APC had 8.8 million votes. If you deduct 1.5 million, it's down to 7.3. If you add 1.5 million to Labour, the 6.09 jumps to 7.6. So the point I'm making is that what the courts have to do is to look at these incidents carefully and see whether is there a pattern that shows that in the aggregate, something like 1 million, 1.5 million votes or even more were modified like this from result sheet tampering. Unfortunately, people had time to tamper with the result sheets. The last time I checked, INEC had not even finished uploading presidential elections results on the IREV. They had like 94%. I don't understand why it takes 10 days or 7 days to post a result sheet. What are you altering that it takes, we need 5 days or 4 days to post it there?
Well, Mr. Peterside, you talked earlier, or you explained earlier about doing your homework first, which is what you were doing before you then decided to come on air. But beyond that, is there a reason why you've decided to bring out all these exhibits at this point and at this time?
Yes, because there's another election coming on Saturday, and we cannot or we should not repeat this nonsense. Okay, the last time they said there was a problem with communication. Can we please on Saturday finish counting and immediately upload the results so we can all see it? Instead of holding it back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days and then bringing out altered result sheets and then we start arguing over this is falsified, that's not falsified. And also it's important for everybody in INEC to know The examples I've given, everybody can trace it now. You know which INEC official signed the result sheet that no party agent signed. If people really falsified, it's a criminal offense. We're talking about forgery and fraud. So they should not go scot-free. And please, it's possible even that the candidate is not involved. But fraud is fraud. It doesn't matter whether if your agent carried out fraud, even you, the candidate, should say, I reject this.
Yeah, now. So, you see this country where they call Nigeria. Now, country where they built on faulty foundation. And you see, this same beavers, this thing, they do it for other countries like Kenya. And it work. You understand? It work perfectly. But for Nigeria, they say we'll be giants. We'll not be any giant, we'll be ant of Africa. Come on, that GI, not they like giants. We know they fit do things well. And when you look at now, our papa them set. And some of our young people, they follow, they encourage them. They encourage criminality. Tomorrow, when they happen to them now, all of them go begin gnash. When criminality, they support you. When they see when criminality, they support you, you go they win. You go to say you did victorious until it turn back against you. You understand? Again, one of my friends where they support this Abado movement. And I ask and say, you sure say your head they okay? Because the guy where they support this Abado movement no even dey in Nigeria. You understand? When you tell her now, say, they read the election, they go they ask you, say, how will be one win Sokoto, how will be one win Jigawa, how you one win Duse. Would they tell you, say, the ones who will know, say, Obi win, he win and where, we win and where. Would they tell her, say, Obi, according to the data, say, Obi win Plateau with more than 900,000 votes. When you talk this one, in brain go just scatter. You go tell her, say, Obi win Lagos with more than 900,000 votes. You go begin talk nonsense. Now Obi come up for national TV, say win Rivers with more than 50%. You understand? The guy go still come up, begin yarn things wey no make sense. So I don't even understand how Nigeria they work. Well, because say the guy now from in tribe, I just they look the guy. Tomorrow now the guy go be, I just they look at tomorrow now he go begin cry. Because might tell you the truth. Wait, if you use fraudulent way, pass, become lecturer or become a professor or become engineer. It go show now when you begin do the work. That criminal way you use do it no go leave you. Be like when you they do exam malpractice, you can't they do and they succeed. They do exam malpractice, they favor you. You think say when you don't need time for you to practice that profession where you say you go practice and where they ask you, or you be a mechanic, you go they spy, they do your maths, they spy when they reach time for practical, when they uni, you go you no want do, you go dodge am. When it reach time to show handwork, you go turn to Subwebe now, half a last singer. So, might tell you, if this TINUBU enter, a lot of courts abracadabra would happen. Just carry on for the man get criminal mind. In mind na criminal ways. You know they ever think of pure ways of doing things. Now by hook or crook, now in system be that now no be today begin do. You understand? Many things go happen. We they tell them they go say TINUBU built Lagos. Which Lagos he built? Lagos will be the second worst city for the world. Now that one being legacy, he save revenue. They go say he increase revenue. He generate time for your family. You know use the revenue, do anything. I don't want to criticize Lagos. No be waiting I want to, but I know they talk about criminal system, criminal pattern of doing things. And you go see a lot of Nigerian youths. Nigeria attire for the young people. Many of them they do disappointing. Me, one person no fit come from my tribe say he no do anything. Then me I will come reward them. Some people they shameless, so they shameless. You understand? You see a lot of northerners now. Now Boko Haram don't resume work. Herdsmen, and they tell you since last 2 weeks now they don't kill more than 100. Or they don't kill up to 100 people. Yet you go see people go they tell you say no be TINUBU, say no be TINUBU. What you make if you say old man waiting 90-something years go do something really different? On a shame they shame me. When time come, we go remind all of una. The same way una blindly support Buhari. Now with the one una, some of una go they shine on a brown seat. Now one carry us enter and carry the whole country. No be me you won't carry. Cause me God go progress me inside this satanic government. We won't carry all of us enter inside this satanic empire of this TINUBU. Yeah? Una say build Lagos. Which Lagos una they always talk about? Where I don't go, Lagos no dey first 10 cities for Africa. I know they bash them anything. Even though say Lagos now one of our standard cities for Nigeria. That's to show you how Nigeria dey. Lagos no dey first 10 cities for Africa. You no fit stand. I no wan begin mention names. So this man now wey dey come in a criminal way, no expect anything different. No expect am. Just the way Buhari enter to everybody, you no go fit expect something person wey no pure. You go want thief money. Abeg, if you do one bridge now, I go dey praise am. Buhari do second Niger bridge, and so what? No be im work, na im money he use do am. The bridge wey he do sef no be toll gate people go pay. Abeg, make all of una go sit down any day. For other countries, if they do that public-private partnership, you know how many bridges and roads they go don construct for the country? Oh, they use our brain. Oh, they use our brain for that country. People, a lot of people for that country, and they feel say dem dey wicked. And so me, I just this election open my eyes. Open my eyes. I see people either they no get sense or people just dey extremely wicked. You understand? If I know say you go vote for APC, you go stamp. I no even dey talk of campaign sef. You understand? If I know say you go vote, just forget am. My relationship with you don end because you wan kill me. Na so e be. You wan drown me enter poverty. You wan drown my generation enter poverty. Na so e be. So I don talk my own. Guys, how una see this talk wey this man talking? I think say the man dey make sense. Let me know your thoughts for the comment section.